Let's have a quick look to see how to put a wheel on. As I said before, the right hand side wheel has got this little protection plate on it. That's to stop the chain damaging the spoke when the gun's fired. So that goes on the right hand side. That's the same side as the chain. So first things first, we have a big washer. It's got a flat side and a convex side. The convex side goes against the metal and the flat side goes against the wheel nave. So the wheel goes on that way. Okay, next you've got a plate, also a drag washer. This one's got a hook on it. That goes on there. And then lastly, your linchpin goes through there. Okay, the purpose of that little hook on the drag washer is for drag chain to go on. So this little chain can hook on there, and that can be used to pull the cannon if it gets stuck. So that's how you put the wheels on to the cannon. This chain wouldn't be left on there. Okay, these simply hook through there. Same on the other side. Okay, on the front of the limber, you've got these horse arms. Let's take them off. So that's how they come on, that's how they go back again. So let's have a quick look to see how to put a wheel onto the limber. Firstly, the parts you need, you've got two washers, the linchpin and the wheel. Because the axle's tapered, the washers have got different size holes. So the biggest one goes on first, then the wheel, then the second one, and then the linchpin. So the washer's got a flat side and a convex side. The convex side goes against the limber. The flat side goes against the wheel. So that goes on. Wheel goes on. The flat side again against the wheel. And then the linchpin goes in last. And there's the wheel. On the front of the base is this little stand. That's where the limber rests. It rests like that. Okay. So to prevent this little thing being damaged, we can just remove it. Simple enough to put back. Okay, let's have a look at what goes where on the cannon. The little water bucket, that goes on the side hook. And can hang there. Okay, the right hand side wheel, that has got a silver covering on it. That is to prevent the drag chain from damaging the spoke. And that's where the chain goes around, hooks through that loop, and then there's another little loop further back that goes over, and it does that. Okay, so that prevents the wheel from turning when the cannon fires and wants to roll back. That changes your recoil system and prevents the wheel turning, keeps the gun in place. Okay, the brushes and the ramrod, they go on the right hand side, so they will go here. And this little pin goes straight through there, turned upside down, and push the lug through the little bar that's made for it, and then let gravity pull the chain down. That's how it's secured in place. Okay, the traversing sticks, you've got 4 of them. They go through that square and onto the other side. Okay, it's got itself hooked up there. There we go. To keep them in place, you've got this little pin. And same story, goes through upside down, turn it 180 degrees, and that little lug keeps it in place. Gravity and the weight of the chain keeps it upright, so it can't come undone. Okay. So that's the gun ready for firing. Okay, the way the limber attaches, swing the limber around, lift up the back, and put this spike through the hole in the base. There we go. Then you've got this chain. That chain, it's got two hooks on it. The bigger hook goes from underneath and it hooks through this loop, and the weight of the chain keeps it in place. Then it's got this catch that goes through and stops it from coming loose. Ammunition box goes in the cutout on the carriage, fits in like that. The cartouche we can just hang on the front, and these two chains also just hang on the front, one on either side. Okay, let's show you how to put the cannon together on the base for display purposes. Because it's so long, I reverse the limber and put the drawbar underneath the carriage. So let's do that. Okay, there the cannon is loose. Take the cannon off. Turn the limber around and put just the end of the drawbar onto the little hook provided. Then carefully lift up the carriage, place it through and down onto the little footrests provided. Okay. The glass display lid, when it goes on, it's got a little bolt hole there and one there, and a silver bolt provided in the two corners of the display box, and they get a little bolt and a washer that go underneath, and that just stops people from lifting the lid and touching your model, because you don't really want people to fiddle with it. Fingerprints are bad news because fingerprints have got sweat in it, and sweat likes copper. Sterling silver's got copper in it, so you will get tarnishing if you have lots of fingerprints on it. So it's best not to touch the model.